The main focus of my channel is mostly museums, and I go to a lot of museums. I probably go to maybe two or three a month, and I've been doing it for years, pretty much all over the Southwest. But my channel is mostly focusing on Phoenix and the Tempe surrounding areas. And today I went over to the Tempe History Museum, and I love these type of museums. I mean, I love all types, and but this one's really neat. It has so much history in it, and if you get a chance, you should go to it. It used to be the old library in Tempe. Now they made a whole new library right next to it, and it's a great library. In fact, I'm going to make a video of that probably in the next few weeks. But this museum has so much history to it, and I love these type of museums. But let me show you a little bit about it. One of the neat things about this museum is they have uh, displays of the movies that were filmed in Tempe, and uh, and I didn't know some of these movies that were filmed here, and I pretty much grew up in this area, and I just found this out today. I never knew parts of this movie were filmed here, and this is a great movie, and you should rent this one. But it's what he does is he's kind of a socially awkward, and he makes this serum that makes him into a really super confident uh, person. But it's all about his antics and stuff like that. And I don't know if you know Jerry Lewis, but he was a really big star back in the '60s. And this film was made in 1963. But it's a great film. Here's another one, A Star Is Born, and this was Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson, and it was done in 1976. And I remember when it came out, I saw the movie, and the concert scene was filmed over at the ASU football stadium. And it says in the little board right there that the tickets were $3.50 a piece. Ready to go to a concert for $3.50, and there was 43,000 people that were there. And this film has been done like around three different times, and the last one was Lady Gaga, and I forgot the other guy's name. But you should watch this one too. This is a really good movie. Now this one really surprised me. Used cars. If you if you don't listen to this video for nothing else, you got to watch this movie. It's a classic. Now Kurt Russell stars in it, and he's like a slimy used car salesman, and it's a great movie. This was made back in 1980, and some of the scenes that were filmed here was at ASU football stadium, and it also said on the board that they were filmed while the game was going on, and they also had like a Wigwam Hotel. They used to have teepees back in Mesa. I don't even know. I know those are gone now, but I had no idea when they tore them down. And there was also a bank, a Valley National Bank on Rule and Apache, I think that's what it said on there. And I remember seeing that Valley National Bank. I mean, it was there for years, and now it's a student housing thing for ASU students now. But believe me, this is a great movie. It's so funny. You'll love this movie. And I remember this concert. I actually was there, and it was in 1981. And I don't know what I bought the tickets for. I don't remember, but I remember me and my girlfriend went to that concert, and it was. I think we got there like around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I remember it was kind of warm. I really don't even remember, but I was trying to find out what the tickets were at that time. Um, I imagine they were like $40 a piece, right around there. But it was a great concert, and I do remember also too that when we were going there, remember this is before the internet, all that stuff. Uh, they were they really thought that the ticket scalpers were going to make a lot of money on this concert, and I remember going in and you could pretty much buy the tickets for. I mean, really, it was really cheap. They were trying to just get rid of the tickets by then, but it was a great concert. Never even heard of this movie. Don't know anything about it. Doesn't look good to me, but I I don't know. Here's another one that's yeah, it's an okay movie, and parts of this were filmed in a dream scene at ASU, and they also did a police station. I think this is done '87 right around there. U2 film. I really don't follow that band, so I never saw this movie, and I don't know much about it really. So it's not really my group that I listen to. Here's another good movie, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I didn't know uh, there was scenes from Tempe. They're saying it was a Circle K on Southern and Hardy, and I believe the Circle K is still there, or it's some kind of convenience store now over there. I don't think that building was torn down. But also, they filmed parts of it in Metro Center, um, and I kind of remember that. But it is you should rent this one too. It's a really good movie. I just watched this film like maybe 2 weeks ago. This is a classic film. You can watch this over and over again. Tom Cruise. Say what you will about him, but guy's a great actor. Anyway, this movie, where parts of it were filmed at, was at ASU football stadium, and the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, used to play there, and of course they moved out back, I don't know, in the '90s, whatever, and they play at on the west side of Phoenix now. But and I used to go to a lot of those games back then. Now it's too expensive. But God, it was so hot sitting in those stands. And this film, what they're saying on the board that it was filmed in the summertime, and I can imagine how uncomfortable it was. There's no shade there. It's an outdoor stadium. Uh, it just it was totally yeah. I'm glad I didn't. I wasn't extra one of that film. I would have done it though. Uh, I don't even know if I was living in Phoenix at that time. I might have been living in California at that time. But if you haven't watched this movie, great movie. Now here's what the museum looks like. It's not really a big museum. It's about the size of one of those smaller Walmart stores, but it's a really interesting museum though. And there's one of the old uh, cop bikes. It just has a lot of stuff packed into it. I spent probably about an hour there, maybe an hour and a half. Legend City. If you're from Phoenix area, you know about this place. It used to be an amusement park in Tempe, and it's long gone. It was torn down back in the like 80s, right around there. But it was the guy patterned it, tried to pattern it after Disneyland, and it just didn't work. It was too hot in the summertime. It, it just didn't make sense. And the rides were some of them didn't work, and I mean I would never go on them now. Uh, but back then I was pretty young, in my 20s probably around there, or well I went there when I was younger actually. But it was a lot of fun. But the bring back great memories. There's really so much in this museum. I just did a little bit, and it's just getting too long. I don't want to make an hour video on this one. I like to keep around 10 to 15 minutes, and this is right around over 15 minutes. So I got to make another one later on, maybe in a few weeks. Um, whatever stuff I have, I'll make it. But I was surprised how much stuff was in there. It's a really great museum to go to. And I was thinking about growing up in Phoenix, going to all these parks over here, Big Surf, Legend City, Compton Theater. It was a lot of fun growing up here. And I remember Elvis Presley, one of his last concert, this was in '76, and he was playing at ASU. I think it's a basketball stadium. And I remember the tickets were $10, and I kicked myself so many times because I didn't go to that concert. God, still can't believe it. But yeah, it was a fun time. Even now with the way the population has just exploded in Phoenix, it's a great place to live at. As I was leaving, I saw this little plaque over here, and this is a great museum. If you get the chance, come down here. I was uh, I was really surprised how how much I brought back so many memories of when I was younger, uh, growing up in the Phoenix Tempe area. Tempe is dear to my heart. It's a great city, and I mean it's really a fun place to be at. That and Scottsdale are two of my favorite towns. In fact, I don't live in either town. I live in Phoenix, but I'm always down in Tempe and Scottsdale pretty much probably about 4 or 5 times a week. But anyway, what I do is I go to different museums around the Phoenix area as surrounding communities, and I put them on my channel. So if you want to do fun things, and I mostly do family oriented things, there's a great place to come to. And what they also do too is they also have they have lectures every so often. And I'm going to make another one video of this museum because I didn't really get to anything, but I just don't want these videos to be too long. It's already too long already. So probably in the next few weeks I'll make another one. But anyway, if you want to find fun things to do in the Phoenix area, subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, and I will talk to you later.